G'day and welcome to Harry's Big Shed. If it's your first time here, are we in for a hell of a time. I'm working on a C3500 Chevy Julie. It's a 94 model, and so far we've ripped off the front, we've pulled out the engine, I ripped out the dash last episode, and now I'm going to start working on getting the electricals out of this vehicle because they're just one hell of a mess. So come and have a look down here, see what I'm dealing with. That there should all look like a bunch of multicolored spaghetti to you, but what I'm finding is these are the connectors for the ECU, and they seem to be attached to like this main trunk which goes out through the firewall. So I've got a few connectors to get off, and that should go out through the firewall, which means I should be able to get the whole engine loom out and then get working on getting that all neat and tidy, and then I can work on what's in the cabin separately from that. So let's get stuck into it. There we go. Cable tie here. Get rid of that. That's going to go out. It's all going to go out through the firewall. So as you can see, I've got to turn off the radio. Okay, yay for me, we're out of the firewall. So now it's a matter of working my way through to see where all this stuff goes. I know all this has to go back in because it's on this side of this big grommet that ends up getting bolted to the firewall. So, and these are all these connectors. There's only one of that sort of connector, so I don't even know what these have to be connected to at this stage, as long as I get everything to marry up. But I'm going to keep working on the outside of the truck to remove all of this mess, and then we can get to working on other things. So here's something that's mildly annoying about these vehicles. In the 80s, General Motors started moving to using metric fasteners for their trucks and other vehicles, but every now and again you're going to come across an imperial one. So this little guy in here, he's not a 6mm, and he's not a 7mm, he's a 1/4 inch. 1/4 of an inch says. Why you would do that, I do not know. It's got me absolutely flummoxed. I'm not being the most astute auto sparky. I've got no idea what all this stuff does. There you go. I've got a feeling I'm not going to like it. Okay, you know what? I don't have as much a problem with that as I thought I would. That's just a great big... That is a connector. That is what I was hoping to find there. But there you go. It is what it is. that's everything off there. Now, we've got a few wires going back down that way, which I'm sure will be for indicators and brake lights and fuel gauge and sender and things like that. What in there? I don't know. What is all this? Don't know either. But we're gonna find out. That's what this is all whole exercise is about. Just finding out and working it all out. And we'll get there. One day. If I'm lucky before I'm dead. But let's keep going. So that's everything off the front. Let's make our way down to the back of the truck and see what we can find there, and hopefully we can get all this crap out. As you can see, we've got some factory connectors here, and then all this wiring was like this absolute rat's nest of like household wire ties that were putting together all the wiring. There were actually two trailer hitches. One, there's a tow bar on the rear, and the second was for the fifth trailer hitch. So I'm assuming all this is for tail lights because it's going into a conduit there. We've got some cable ties, we've got a couple of bolts holding it all in. I've already pulled about 20 meters of wiring out from this end of the truck, but yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going that way. And it's reasonable to expect you're going to get a face full of dirt doing this. This thing has a big aftermarket fuel tank sitting in the tray. I've worked out it's about 700 litres, and it's got like a fuel pump and filter and all that. It's a fuel pump and filter to pump into the main tank here. It's looking like this is the wiring for it. I've got other bits in here going to other stuff. That there looks like the extra trailer hitch was going into the tray. Everything's a mystery. Everything is a mystery. And it's just raining dirt. It's bucketing down. That's coming. There. Yuck. So that's separate from this loom. So yeah, we got a white wire going to a red wire, going to a white wire. It's going up past there. No idea what it's for. No idea what it could be. And I'm just going to cut it off. Like so. Oakley dokley, so everything from the back has now been disconnected and pulled forward. I've really just got to extricate everything from in here, get it out from around the steering column and the hoses that go to the brake booster, because these use some funny hydraulic system that runs off the power steering pump, because diesels don't make vacuum. And then yeah, I'll be able to lay this out on the floor and show you what we've got. Okay, so I've now got some wires coming through the firewall. So I can see, now I've checked before, this red and green wire, the red one was the power going to the trailer brakes. So we're going to get rid of that, and the green one weren't connected to nothing at all. About as useful as an ashtray on a motorbike that was. Huge round of applause for Zach. Say hello, Zach.
Hello, Zach.
Fuck off. Alrighty, so that is the whole box of dice, kit and caboodle. And what did I tell you it would look like last episode? The octopus with the Chernobyl aquarium. Alrighty, so that's a big thing done. So we're going to leave all that alone. So that's where we're going to leave it for this time around on Harry's Big Shed. Thank you very much for watching. Next time round, we're going to get started on pulling this whole front end apart. I want to put new bushes through it. It needs new brakes, tie rod ends. We'll check out, make sure the shocks are still working, and I want to clean up before we start putting it all back together. Clean up the chassis rails, and hopefully we'll start to get this thing back together after that. So thank you very much for watching. Again, if you like what I'm doing, thumbs up. If you're not happy with what I'm doing, send me something in the comments section, or you can send me an email now, or you can follow me on Instagram. There's all sorts of ways of getting in touch with me. And yeah, always happy to help if you've got questions about a vehicle of your own that you're working on, whether it's a shed, whether it's a patrol, whether it's a comp, doesn't matter what it is. If I don't have an answer for you on the spot, it'll do me the world of good to do a bit of research and learn for myself as well. So again, thanks for watching Harry's Big Shed, and we'll see you next time.